What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dubland, here on Animal Crossing New Horizons, the land of Dubland. And this is your host, as always, D-Dub. And I'd like to welcome you to another day yet again, here on the Animal Crossing New Horizons island. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this thing. This is a late night live stream coming to you here on Thursday, April 16th. It is 1:35 in the morning. Another late night yet again. But here we go, we're getting started. I have once again broken the time rules, and I'm not going back in time, but here we are, and it is basically morning, even though it's really not the morning. So we are on April 18th, 7:29 in the morning, which is not the accurate date. We are 2 days ahead of actual schedule. And let's see, no big announcements today. Instead, allow me to wish you all a fun Dubland weekend. Excellent. So as some of you might know, last night in my live stream I was saying that Animal Crossing is 20 years old, but actually today, technically hours ago, is the 19th anniversary of Animal Crossing. So this is my 19th anniversary Animal Crossing live stream. That's basically for the anniversary of, even though we're technically in the day after it. So on this day 19 years ago, people were playing Animal Crossing for the first time on the Gamecube. Kind of crazy to think that it's been that long. Hello, this is Timmy from Nick's Crane. You've sent a payment to your bank account for what you left in the drop-off box. And I always knew about Animal Crossing. I knew a friend that had it back in the Gamecube days. And, you know, I wish I spent more time with the Gamecube back in the day. I really do. That was a game that I just missed out on. Nobody I knew had it. Let's see, I don't know what is wrong with my controller here. I'm using a PowerA GameCube controller. For some reason, the left stick is, it's not working correctly. I don't know what is... I really wanted to use the GameCube controller to celebrate this momentous occasion. Let me try to I don't know what the hell is going on with this thing. It's basically just doing whatever it wants. Something is wrong with this controller, or I'm getting interference. So that's a pretty good way to start this live stream off. Let's we're gonna update the controllers. So do not touch any buttons on either the controller or the console, or else. Purple controller synced up. Bright orange, neon orange, 99%, almost synced up. Here we go. Let's get ready. And this is pretty much the start of the stream. Let me plop my camera on. Ta-da! Welcome. I am your host, as always, D-Dub. Thank you for so much. Thank you for so much. If this is your first time coming to the channel, let's see, what is going on with this thumbstick? I don't know, maybe it's broken. I don't think... Maybe these batteries are dead. Maybe that's part of the problem here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say it's the batteries. Let's change the batteries out real quick. Whoa. Oh, I almost just ruined my KK slider controller. I don't want to do that. Let's take the batteries out of this sucker. and see if that's gonna work. I have not had this issue yet, so I don't know what the hell is going on. Maybe the batteries are dead. If the batteries are dead, usually the controller just doesn't work. Terra Tunes, hello, welcome. Although I think you've already left the live stream. Okay, what? Here's my C-stick working perfectly as it should. Something is very not right. Okay, so we're scrapping the GameCube controller. As I said, for those of you who are now joining the stream, yesterday, actually, technically, well, it depends where you are in the world, but for me, we are one day past. But it is the 19th anniversary of Animal Crossing on the GameCube. Yesterday's live stream, I said, wow, Animal Crossing is 20 years old. And, you know, I'm not one to remember every single day that games come out. So I just blindly said that, hey, Animal Crossing is now 20 years old. And then today on Twitter, I see that it's, today's actually, well, like I said, it's a couple hours past, but if you're living on like the West Coast here in America, then you're still in the anniversary date. And yeah, Animal Crossing on the GameCube is 19 years old today. Pretty crazy to think about. Okay, what is going on? Alright, we got outdoor shorts. Got the Street Oregon. Let's put these shorts on. Thought those were cool, kind of khaki. Got the Mountain Song. 2 of them. You always gotta buy 2. I hate that. You can't just load the MP3, so to speak, into your stereo and then put it on the wall. And the best part, well, both of the best parts are the music as well as the album covers. I mean, you gotta have the album covers. You can't just not have them. And I love these. I wish you could change like the frame on some of them. Maybe change the colors of the wood, or put like a frilly thing around the side of it. I don't know. I think that would be pretty cool. But let's go ahead and register this song. Alright, Mountain Song. And I think it's cool that these songs, you're not hearing them in the game, only on your stereo, so every single day. I mean, these songs are starting to pile up. I'm really wondering how many they've put. I mean, when we first started here, I thought there would only maybe be like a dozen, but I mean, there's like a giant list of them. Put those in storage. Got the Street Oregon that needs to go over in my little park. Tankless toilet, bathroom sink, those are getting sold. Paper lantern. Kind of cool accessory that might need to go out front, I think. Hopefully everybody that's watching this in the future is having a good day. Hopefully everyone's having a good day, especially with all this crap going on in the world right now. Let's see, I should probably go in a garden somewhere, maybe the paper lantern. Maybe I'll put it right here for now. Park, we have, what's his name here? Hans. Hans is working his biceps. He's trying to get buff. Monsieur Bean. Hello, welcome back once again, and thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. You are my 205th subscriber, or so it seems. Alright, so when we spin this, little puppets dance and jump. I wish when something had like music built in, like when you spun this, it made the background music kind of fade out a little bit. Let's see, I'm trying to think, maybe I should do this more up here. Close enough for me. I like the tune though. Although that background music is, it's kind of taking a little bit of something away from it. It's taking its attention away. Here we go. We got a water bug. Got him. Got him. Giant water bug. It should have stayed in the water. What a good joke. The only reason he didn't stay in the water is because I have a net. And I am a master with the net. I need a fishing pole or a shovel. Start digging up my fossils for the day. Really having issues trying to figure out the layout of my town. Right here was where ye old museum was, and I'm kind of debating if I want to bring one of the houses from the back up here and then put another one kind of like right over here, or maybe I was thinking of maybe moving this house here since it's kind of set too far back, moving it all the way up front here, and then I've also thought about moving the same house maybe back over here, but then I got this waterfall here, and I don't know, I kind of like these two houses here. I can't pick a decision and stick with it. I don't know why. I just can't figure it out. I can't make up my mind. It's not like everything is set in stone. Plenty of this game can move and change. I think it's, I don't know, I think this game can cause a little bit of anxiety when you see like these 5-star rating town tour videos that you see on YouTube. It's I don't know, it's enough to like make you feel bad about your own island. I'm not the first person to say that. I know that for a fact. I'm not the first person to say that. What is this guy's got? His garbage heap of a house? I don't know if I like Billy Goat's style. Hey yo, welcome to my top secret hideout. It's called your house. I don't need fancy stuff, and low key is trendy these days, so yeah. Loves this jacket, all my close captured chill out. I'm going for with my muscles. Everyone and their muscles. I'm kind of sick of the male macho muscle thing from every single villager that I have. Everybody's lifting weights. Late night musician. Yeah, he already said that. Although I do like in this game that once you have visitors, they'll reference them. So it's kind of cool that they remember that, especially because in actual game hours, I mean, that was technically 2 days ago since he visited my town. And they're still mentioning him, even though it's the same line that he already said, but, you know, that's alright. Pick some fruit, dig up some fossils, do the typical thing every single day. I think today is the day that I pay off the bridge, or did I already pay that off? No, I did not. I should have done that, because then it would be done right now, and I wouldn't still be waiting to do that. So I need to get a staircase built right up over here behind me. I'm not sure if I want it to go sideways or move this house out of the way to give more room for the museum. I don't know. I think at some point I'm going to build a giant cliff and put my house on it, though. That way I can kind of reign supreme up in my castle in the sky, looking down at all my villagers. That'd be lowly heathens that they are. Picking fruit. I don't know if I like that bridge. I need to demolish the first bamboo bridge that they give you. I don't know why I didn't do that. I also made this cool little Pac-Man reference here that I'm sure I'm the only one that's done that so far, and people are going to steal it and put it in their own video once they see it. Patent pending. That's a Vita trademark. Listen to the roaring waterfall. I think it's roaring. Damn loud. I need to sort out these trees here. I need to make a grove. I just need to commit a spot. And I have so much land in between, and then when I try to commit to doing a grove, I just kind of bitch out on doing it. Pears are going to be the way to go, though. I think that's needs to be the main focus, that and the peaches. My native fruit is cherries and apples. Those aren't going to fetch the best price. And right now, it's just me in the chat. Nobody watches my channel. It's really hard gaining YouTube viewership. I've thought about switching to Twitch. So far I've only done one Twitch live stream. Twitch is a different thing if you're just not used to it. All the different customization, all the different stuff to click, all the bits and the stickers and stuff. It's overwhelming to someone like me who's just now getting into it, and then by the time I sort of get used to that, the next thing is going to come around and then overtake. And being like a Twitch affiliate, I don't know, I think that could be kind of cool, kind of useful, even though people don't like viewing my channel, and they probably don't even like me or what I have to say. But hey, that's alright. I think I'm slowly gaining a piece of my audience that will at least stick around, so that's something. I'm no crazy famous YouTuber or anything. I just need to keep focus, keep carving that niche, and that's what I've been talking about. Niching down, carve out your niche, carve out your path. But really, I just do some of everything. And according to the big how to be a YouTuber YouTube channel YouTubers, it's basically, if you try to be a dude that does everything, you will reach nobody. That's what they always say. If you try to reach everybody, you'll reach nobody. But my channel, I mean, even though it's mostly gaming focused, it's basically I'm a 90s kid. So I need to start incorporating all things that pertain to that into like my videos. I guess meme on it a little bit more, put those memes in there. Memes are kind of the way to go, even though I hate the hackiness of memes. That just gets it's just so yucky. I don't like it. So it's not something that I'm really into. Maybe it's not my maybe it's not the way that I should go. I'm not really sure, but it's hard being a YouTuber. It's hard being a starting YouTuber. I think once you get the ball rolling, it's not too bad. But here I am at 14, 15 months in, and at 200 subscribers. So whatever I'm doing, it's not really working. I've thought about just deleting the channel completely and restarting from scratch with the knowledge that I've gained. I feel like if you're a stagnant channel, that unless you really start to pop, you're not going to get anywhere. I think maybe it's time to just delete the channel, start fresh, tell no one about it, and maybe just regain a new audience as I move forward. I'm not sure if that's something I'm going to be doing, but I've definitely been thinking about it. So anyways, that's my welcome to D-Dub YouTube rant. this moving forward here, I gotta go sell some stuff. And I gotta come back up here. I need a net. Got my one ramp there. I need to make some more ramps. That's for sure. This beautiful rock here. I can dig it. Let's see what these pears sell for. Oh, that's right. Okay, so we still have 12 minutes that I gotta wait. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna drop some of this stuff. Because, screw it. We'll drop all the fruits and then we will make our way over to the ye olde museum. That's what's gotta happen here. So hopefully everybody had a good day. Hopefully everybody's having a great night, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. I've never really live streamed early in the morning. I think I'm gonna start trying to do that to see what the viewership would be. Pretty much every live stream that I do, there's always one new person that I've never seen before that comes popping in. Whether they stick around, whether they even interact, most of them, they just say hey and then they just kind of leave. So right now I see that there's a viewer and I don't even actually know who it is. They probably won't even comment. And that's alright, but I know that you're watching, so I appreciate it. It's kind of like I'm just sitting here talking to myself. And I mean, that in itself is almost like a therapy session. Pretty vital, I guess. It helps. It's kind of weird talking to yourself, though, especially on a live stream when you're trying to gain a YouTube audience and there's nobody that's watching. It's weird to be talking to yourself on a live stream that no one will probably watch after the fact. So I feel like what I'm doing, it's pretty pointless. I mean, everyone wants to feel like they belong. Like, what you're doing is at least being, like, recognized. Let's see, we gotta craft something. So I guess it's a kind of bad feeling to just think that what I'm doing right now, it's not really being viewed right now. And I'm just kind of venting to myself. And in the future, it's not really gonna get watched either. So it almost makes me just want to shut the stream off, but I mean, how do you get yourself out of that feeling of like, you know that what I'm going to be doing for this next hour or two, however long I'm playing this game for, is almost pointless. How do you make yourself not think like that? And try to still be engaging for anybody new that might show up, anybody new that might want to subscribe. How do you keep that going when there's no one watching? And like I said, in the future, I mean, it's a previous live stream. No one's really watching those. You're either there or you're square. Shit out of luck. You ain't gonna be watching no live stream unless it's like your favorite content creator. Let's see, I got this music cackling. I think my headphones or my wire is starting to shit out. Wait, see, I always do this. I go to craft something, and I'm like, wait, what do I need? I got the shovel. I need a net. And then I always forget what you need to make a net. And then I go back in to get, I think it's the iron, and I need some stone. Oh, that's right, tree branches. And I'm like always on short supply of those as of recent. I had piles of 99 of them, or 30 of them, or whatever it is, and I sold them all. These tree branches clogging up their virtual storage. I mean, am I right? So I ended up sawing them off. Like, shake this tree down. Some people don't know that you can just shake the same tree over and over and get like, you can get a bunch of tree branches. Drop it, drop it, drop it. I think that should suffice. I think we're good. Thought I just heard something. 1,000 bells, 1,000 bells. I wonder if my other tree sprouted. I planted not 10,000, I planted 11,000 in the ground. And I wanted to see what that would actually give me in terms of bell bags. Alright. Not sure what the little tool icon up in the top corner actually means. I'm pretty sure it's a stronger tool. You get more uses out of it. But they don't really tell you what the little broom handle up in the corner is. Oh, it's customizable. Okay, that's what that means. There we go. I really want that. I wish you could just make the table and put the stuff on it yourself. I don't know why they don't let you do that. I like this song. It doesn't have any drums. I think I'm gonna have to put some drums to it. I can just hear it now. And I like what I'm hearing. I like what I'm imagining to hear in my head. I think we gotta water some stuff. Let's see what our tasks are for the time being. Sell fruit, change my look, talk to my neighbors, catch fish, get fossils assessed. I have the fossils right in my pocket. It's just time to go assess them. Spin down the beach. I kind of like having this half of the island's beach just kind of desolate. I mean, I'm so used to New Leaf and the fact that you couldn't put anything on the beach. You couldn't put anything on the stuff. That really only taking very slight advantage of the ability to do so. Just barely. I mean, I put like these out here. And some. Oh. Man, you gotta wait quick. Let's get that net. That was no sense. My mistake. Kind of dumb on my part. Let's see, can I catch him? No. Oh, me pockets be full. I don't know what I'm waiting for with these flowers. I just have these giant ungroomed flower patches, just like sporadically all over the place. I'm hoping here the oranges, right? I believe it's you need 2 orange flowers to spawn a purple. So. And I think the one in the middle is the special one that spawned out of it. So I'm not sure if I need to rotate them, except for the middle one. I'm not exactly sure how that goes. I suck at life and at Animal Crossing. Oh, it's 8 o'clock in the morning now. This is such a great morning song. Maybe my favorite song in the whole game. Maybe. Let's see, where's that old money tree? Waiting for it. I knew it. Wasp nest. Oh. Did you see that? I was trying to trick it because they just sat there and went around in a circle, and I thought that I was far enough in. Maybe I should have got to like right here. Hey, what do you know? You can't slow walk into the museum. It just won't do it. You have to actually fully step in. So one of the things I need to do is I need to make a wand. I need to make my customized outfits. That's a start, and then I need to get more star fragments, and also the what do they call it? Like the horoscopic pieces, like the Aries shards, or whatever they call them. Horoscopic shards. I'm indeed tempted to purchase these, except they won't. My feathers. Oh. Please do consider, like, God. Let's keep this thing going. I love that prog organ. Let's go see what the turnip price is for the day. I don't have any turnips on me, but I think the in-game day is Sunday? Saturday. Okay, cool. Actually, okay. I like the hamster cage. I'm glad that's back from... I'm not sure if those were in every Animal Crossing. I know in the original game they were. I'm not sure if that was the case with the others. Whoops. I want to sell. Of course. What exactly are you offering? I think I should sell the tire. I have like 5 of those. And I don't really need them, but I just hold on to them for some reason. I'm not sure what the reason for it is. Yeah, tankless toilet. Yeah, I think that's just about everything. Look at all the fine things you brought in today. Allow me just a moment. Done. I can buy these for a total. That's right. Alright, bear with me one moment, folks, here. I'm just kind of going through, and I am, I don't know what I am. der guitar. Sorry about that, folks. Welcome back. My name is D-Dub. If you're new to this channel, I don't know what to tell you. Welcome. Hi. Hello. Subscribe, hit the like button, watch some videos. I'm a Nintendo Switcher. I'm a Nintendoer. I'm a video gamer. I'm kind of getting back into the video game landscape. Not like newly, but I mean, there was several years, a couple years there in my life where I really just didn't play many games. Right when the Xbox One had come out, I kind of was still just not really gaming, playing like some older stuff. I've always gone back and played all the old games. That's always been a thing. I've always hooked up my PlayStation 1 and 2 every single year. And just played the old school. I've always done that. I got my Dreamcast behind me, my PS2, my Xbox 360, my Super Nintendo. I got them all. Of course, what exactly are you offering? Let's see what the native cherry goes for. 1. I'm guessing it's gonna be like 40 or 60. 100. Not bad. Okay. Now we're gonna see. I don't have any coconuts on me. We're gonna see what the apple goes for. 1 singular apple. Maybe $1.20. 500. Wow. I didn't realize apples were so damn much. Okay, we're getting a grove going then. God. I want to sell. Let's see what the old peach goes for. If it's more than 500, my mind's gonna be blown. I guess I really haven't been paying attention. 500. Okay, so now the pear should go for more than 500, I'm guessing. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. 500, okay, so they're all the same. Please do come again. Alright, I need this hamster cage. And I think I like the piano armoire chair seat footrest thing. We'll take it. What is this golden teapot go for? I'll buy it, I guess. I'll take it. I mean, at this point, I'm just trying to get this shop to upgrade. Because once it upgrades, that's when you start getting, like, some actual good. You start getting some of that good. You get the good. See, I'm a sucker for all these, like, wood, bamboo type floorings. I like all of those. Floor mosaic, purple dotted wall, the blue diner wall. I don't really like any of those. See, and I missed the show me portion. What happened to that? Why did they take that on a new leaf? I want them to show it to me on the wall, and it's not there. I don't know. That's one of the first things that I noticed about this game. And I thought that, I mean, the way this game kind of has the tutorial intro and the way it slowly builds you up to things, whereas the other games don't do that, they just kind of dump you in. It makes you forget about, like, what other things were in the games, like, before this game. So even still, there's things that I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. And that's one that I already had thought of, like, real quick when I first started playing the game, but I just kind of re-remembered it. We're gonna eat a cherry and smash a rock. show me section of the shop, it's not there anymore. And like I said, I thought that was going to be something that maybe would come back, but it doesn't seem to be the case. I miss being able to just walk up to a wallpaper and then say, show me, and then they would put it on the wall for you. Now that's gone. So kind of sad on that one. It's my tulip section here. It's going to turn into a mess. I'm very sucky with flowers and breeding. Everyone else has like these nice gardens, and mine are just these overgrown, ridiculous patches of suck. Got him. The blue butterfly. Let's put him in a green jar. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's do that. We'll do it. Put him in a blue jar because he's green. Or vice versa. I'm digging this track right here though. I just bought it today. Or I just got it in the mail today. Something about it reminds me of like the older school Mario games. So I think it's time to start a grove. Piano bench, kettle. Go into storage. That one's definitely getting a drum cover. I know exactly what to do on it. I have to do it. I really find it amazing how in headphones they can have the music pan as you spin around. It's just very well done. It's not something you think about, especially if you're playing like handheld, volume down a little bit. But when you got the headphones, that's when you really notice. I gotta go dump the hamster cage in the bunk bed. What am I thinking? What am I doing? Ugh. Stupid. Put that in storage. We need to get these floor lights and these viewing blossom lanterns. Gotta get them down somewhere on something. Let's see, can I put the hamster cage on? Yeah. No. Wait, yes, I can't. Okay, some things don't fit on certain things. It's strange. So I just want to say happy birthday to Animal Crossing. It's 19 years old now since release. So I mean, really, they've been working on the game, 20 years ago. That's when they were putting this thing together. And finally, with this game here, Animal Crossing is getting that super ultra mega mainstream success. It's pretty cool to see because this game here has made a lot of new fans. And hopefully at this point more people will go back and play the original games. Like, I mean, there were people people that are like, I'm such an Animal Crossing fan, but like, I mean, I didn't play any like the handheld ones. It's like, what? You missed out. Like, if you didn't play New Leaf, it's not that you're not a fan, but you just missed out on like such a huge piece of the Animal Crossing experience. And it's more than likely not going to be something you're really going to want to go back to. Me, I have no problems. I'm not stuck up at all when it comes to going back to old systems now, but ever since the Switch came out, there's been so many people that they're sitting there laughing at the DS, right? And I think it's hilarious. They're laughing at the DS. They're talking about its screen, its resolution. I can't go back to that. It looks terrible. I just can't do it. I can't go back to it. Over and over and over and over. You know what's going to happen in 5, 6, 8, 12 years? It's going to be retro at that point. DS and what are people going to do? They're going to go back and play the thing. And start making videos on how it's one of the greatest handhelds ever. Possibly the greatest handheld ever. And how maybe the Game Boy Advance was great, but the DS and 3DS pretty much topped it with its usability, its the vast array of first and third party games. I mean, the Game Boy Advance is great, but there's a lot of titles that were like previously used, previous ideas, portable versions of previous ideas that were still like new games, but not completely new. And those videos are going to come out about how great of a system it was. And I think it's just going to be, it's going to be hilarious to see. I really don't want to see it because that's going to mean I'm like 50 years old at that point. Okay, so we got ourselves a cherry tree. Kind of wish there was a way to see Zoe Man. Hello. Are you the Zoe? My friend's code. I don't even know how you add friends. Like, I don't have friends, so I don't even know how you do it. Because, I mean, I guess I need to, do I need to be friends with you on the Switch to add a friend? I thought you had to add them as like a Switch friend, no? Okay, so they just bailed. So they just put their little code down and then bail out. So I don't know what the hell you want from me. You kind of can't just do that. Hey, here's my code, and then just peace out. No one's gonna take you serious. Because I'm not just gonna add you and then invite you to my island to trample my flowers. And I don't know what the point of that is. That makes no sense to me. So, I don't know. I don't know why you just drop your friend code and then just kind of bail out. But thanks for your friend code anyway. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. Let's keep eating peaches. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me. Millions of peaches. Peaches for free. Dragon Gamer 8585. You're in the house. You're in the building. You're in the land of Dubland here on Animal Crossing New Horizons. Welcome to D-Dub. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you're new here. I sure would appreciate it. I do videos randomly, live streams randomly. If you want to be a part of that, feel free to subscribe. I very much appreciate it. My subscriber count is pretty low, but I've been doing this thing for over a year now. And I think I've done alright. It's like I said, I've thought about just deleting my channel. And sometimes this whole thing can just be enough to mess with your head. So think I hear a balloon. Yeah, I do. It's weird because over the course of the last 3-4 days, I've only seen maybe 10 balloons, maybe. Last night I was playing for like 3 hours and I only saw 1 balloon. That was it. Kind of made me, it made me like, I forgot about them. Because before Easter they were flying everywhere. 5,000 bells, excellent. Let's see, I wonder how much a whole cherry tree sells for. If it's going to be like 1,500 bucks, then it's not really worth it. But let's see just what a tree will sell for. So we'll go with the peach tree. Those are worth 500 each, so should be like 1,500, but it's probably less than that. 300 bells. Okay, it's not even worth a single fruit. So, yeah, you guys kind of screwed me here. Can I join you? I have online, but I'm new. I don't know how to. I've barely played the online at all. Cherry. I want to save all the good ones. I'm trying to do like a real cleanup of my island. Every once in a while I need to kind of revitalize the thing. I've not been doing a very good job. I'm overrun with hardwood trees that I just don't need. Especially because I forget about planting like the money trees. Like this right here might have been a money tree that I just totally forgot about. Okay, that's a peach tree. Okay, I guess we'll put that. We'll plant a pear tree there and a partridge. Alright, that's enough of that. I don't even know what the point of any of that was. Just an idiot. But hey, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when it comes for you? Alright, got a regular tree there. Having a great morning, pal? Alright, let's pay this mother off. I'm gonna give it 99,000. As much as possible. May I have 23,391 bells as a donation, friend? Donate. Because of you, we've reached the goal. That's right. I really wish that they would make it part of the game that the other villagers would donate some money to you. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're the mayor getting taxpayer dollars, it's still on you to use your paycheck from being the mayor to personally fund public work projects, and then it's also your duty when you're not the mayor or you're the what do they call it, the residential services manager representative. Like, that still doesn't matter because it's still up to you to pay your pocket money. It's kind of, I smell a little bit of... It smells like bullshit. That's what I think. I planted a growed fruit tree. Zelda N64 fan, Aliyah Goatam. Hi. Welcome to the land of Dubland. Dubland. I always call it Dubland. Welcome to Dubland. Here on Dubland, Animal Crossing New Horizons. On the DDub network, here on YouTube. I hope you're having a good day. Hope that you are. We're gonna drop the stick. Drop the stick. I think, I'm not sure what kind of tree this is. Let's eat a coconut. Coconuts. Yum. Okay, that's a peach tree. All of these. Put trees in storage either. I don't know. Here's my second turtle. I actually caught him last night. Wait, now they're moving? I never realized that they moved. I could have swore they didn't move at all before I touched them. Oh, Leah, Guatam, Lutam, Goddamn. Leah, goddamn. I hope you're still watching. I hope you subscribe to the DDub, little old me on DDub. Here on the YouTube, I can't carry it, so why did I catch it? Just gonna leave the shovel there. Does anybody like my Pac-Man vibes that I got going on up in here? I know everybody's gonna steal it after they see it, because I'm a genius. And they're gonna claim it for themselves as if they were the creator. Although I didn't create Pac-Man, I just made it, but I thought that was pretty cool. That was something that I figured out on my own. I thought it was pretty cool. I think I'm gonna keep it there. It's just kind of like a cool, I don't know, it's like a cool like crop circle kind of thing or something. Bing, bing, bing. Lantern. You're gonna steal it? You're gonna get a cease and desist from Nintendo. Or Bandai Namco. Oh wait, never mind. It wouldn't be from Nintendo. It would be to Nintendo, and they would just brush it off like they ain't doing nothing wrong. See, which is funny, because I mean, I guess in this game you can, it's not like Dreams or any other creator game. I wonder if Nintendo ever sent like a cease and desist to Minecraft back in its beginning days before like the Switch came out and they did like the Mario themed version. Because I bet they probably did, and then they probably worked with them afterwards. Floralights. Been using Nookazon. What is Nookazon? You mean Amazon for Tom Nook? Nookazon, that's I can dig it. How many hours did you play this game today? Zelda N64 fan that never even beat Majora's Mask. I'm sorry, man. I was thinking about that earlier today. And I was just like, let's see, you're at like 115 hours or more. I'm gonna stay beating you, because I'm at, it might say 130 now or more. 120 or more. I think the next time it updates, though, at that point we'll be like 150. Accounts are connected through Discord. Oh. Is that like a... Is that on like Reddit, or is that just like a... I mean, it could be like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or pretty much all of the above. Pretty much just all connected. But you did get the game like a week after it came out. You're talking about Majora's Mask? I thought you were younger. I thought you told me you were like 19 or something like that. Because if that's the case, I mean, that game's like 20 years old. So you gotta be like 30 in order to have gotten it when it came out. Or are you talking about like the 3DS version? Animal Crossing. Oh, okay. Well then, how old are you? I thought you had said like 19, 21, something like that. See, I don't recall seeing like I don't know, gaming just wasn't as big now as it was back then. Like, you know, I recall seeing more commercials for like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64 era from being a kid. Even though I didn't have a Super Nintendo growing up, I still remember like commercials like that more so than I remember really any commercials for the GameCube. Like when it comes to like seeing like Sunshine, Mario Sunshine, I remember that trailer. And then of course like Smash Bros. But aside from that, I don't really like remember seeing commercials for GameCube games. Like no, that was the 64. The Yoshi's Island commercial with the fat guy gorging himself. You're saying you got GameCube Animal Crossing? So I didn't really have classic arcades. I had pretty much one arcade, and sadly it's closed down now. It wasn't, but my local mall closed down because the owner, I think, owns like 5 different malls, and I think the dude was purposely making it lose money so that his unaccounted for money had a place to be dumped. So I think he just neglected this mall. I mean, the thing got shut down like 2 or 3 different times for the guy like not paying the electricity. And it's like, how do you have this giant mall that has Target and Hot Topic and Spencer's and JCPenney's and Sears and all these big, you know, big stores like attached to it, and the dude would just not pay the rent, and that happened like 2 or 3 different times. He like didn't pay the rent, it got shut down. Then there was like 2 different times where he didn't pay the electricity and the thing was shut down for like 2 days once, and then like a week like another time. And I swear the guy owned like 5 different malls, and he was just using this one as a dump so that he could say he lost, you know, $1.8 million. And that was like his extra illegal funds that he could just dump out. But I miss that arcade. That was like the arcade that, I mean, it was more like, it wasn't like the traditional arcade with like a ridiculous amount of fighting games. It was more like the driving games and like skee ball and like the thing that pushes all the coins off the side, and then like the one where, you know, it's like a giant like table thing with all the lights, and you put the coin and the lights spin around, you push the button and tickets come out. It was mostly like ticket things, but then they also had air hockey. But then like, you know, classic ones, they had like Street Fighter at one point. They had like Tekken Tag Tournament. That was one that I played a lot. That was also the first place that I played Soul Edge, which was before the Dreamcast came out. I mean, 'cause Soul Edge is Soul Calibur, essentially. And I remember playing that one a lot. I wish I could have got that arcade cabinet. That would be pretty awesome to have. I just still wish there was some arcades around somewhere. I mean, I had that one video on my channel when I went to go on this whale watch last year, or the summer before. And that was like the only other arcade that I really recall going to, and that was like up at the beach, which is like a good 3 hours away. So that's why I took all the cell phone footage of that, because once I got to the upper floor, that's when I saw like The Simpsons and like Street Fighter, and they had Terminator. And then they had a bunch of like marquee signs and art and all that stuff plastered on the wall for cabinets that they didn't even have anymore. And then I started talking to this, he was like, I don't know, he was just like a visitor there, but he had said that he owned the place for 30 years and then sold it, but he was still hanging out. And the dude had like, he had the worst PO ever. And I was like, I'm sure you own this place. Like, I definitely believe you. The stench that's coming off your body is enough to really make me believe you. It's been nice talking to you. I gotta go. I mean, there was this other place that we used to camp at as kids, and they had like it was like the main lobby. It was the size of like a laundromat. They had a washer dryer there. You basically paid your rent for your tent. You paid your tent rent up at the front, and then they had like a small store. They sold like wood, other camping accessories like paper plates and charcoal. And then they also sold snacks. And then in the back room there was like a little closet that had, I want to say it had the Turtles 2 arcade, and then it also had the Simpsons. I always get them mixed up because there was I think it's just the Simpsons arcade, or it's not called that. I always forget the name of it because after that there was the Nightmare one. That game I think sucks. I played it recently on the Sega Genesis Mini. I put like all of them on there. There's like Virtual Bart's Nightmare, and then another one where you're like, I don't know, travel through time, something like that. And they all kind of suck. The only one that was like real good was like the beat 'em up. And I think, wasn't it Arcade 1-Up? They were putting that out. I forget, did that come out, or was that one that fell through? I actually, like, forget now. I was paying attention to that. That was something that I wanted to get. I thought that one fell through and they didn't put it out yet. Or that it was still to be revealed. I kind of, I don't know, let's check that real quick. Oh, they have a Simpsons bar top arcade kit. That's actually pretty cool. I'm surprised more companies aren't doing that. It's basically just the top part of the cab with the controllers. No, I want some of the Arcade 1-Up ones. But like, you know, they got this Street Fighter one. That would be cool if I was like given it or bought it for 50, 70 bucks. But I wouldn't like go to Walmart and pay like the 300. And I see they're on sale from time to time. Like, they've been down to like $130. But not at mine. They still have them marked 300 new, and there's never been one sold out of my local Walmart. But this is cool, this Simpsons Bar Top Arcades. Simpsons Bar Top Graphics Kit high-res print on premium 3M vinyl with egress technology for bubble-free installation. I'm surprised more companies aren't doing this. It's just the top half of the cab, so it's got the screen and the controllers and a couple buttons in front. So that means it would sit this high up on the table, and then the controllers are on top. I'm surprised that isn't like a huge market right now, because the bottom part of the cab is just so that you can stand. Good evening, Art Life. Final Fight, that would be a great one. A Final Fight slash... yeah, see, I would also want the Turtles one that they came out, the 4-player one. Although I hate what Nickelodeon did to frickin' Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Such a shame. A Final Fight Streets of Rage crossover cabinet, or even just a crossover game. 'Cause I always, throughout the years, I've always gotten Final Fight and, oh, we had a new subscriber, Animations. That was 35 minutes ago. They didn't even say hi. So apparently when the number of viewers goes up and you say, welcome, whoever's new in the chat, hopefully you guys, you know, consider subscribing. It works, because they didn't say anything, and that was a half hour ago. So I was just ranting to myself, talking about how nobody's really watching like old live streams. You're you're either there or you're square. Even if it's one of your favorite, you know, channels, then maybe you will. But at the start of this stream, I was basically just talking to myself and talking about how there's no one really watching right now. So I'm sitting here kind of just talking to myself, feeling kind of stupid. Because you got to do it for when new people come in. You don't want to be just like not saying anything because they're just going to click off immediately. But if you're just talking to yourself and you know that nobody's watching now, and then you know that it's very unlikely that people are going to sit here through an hour or two live stream in the future, then it basically makes what you're doing almost pointless. But you can't be in that mindset, but it's hard not to be in that mindset when it's like I might as well just end the live stream now because I'm just sitting here talking to myself for viewers that are pretty much not ever going to partake in this live stream or even really probably watch it in the future. Like you scroll through videos, you see a 2-hour live stream that's from 9 months ago. You're not watching that. No one's watching that. I don't watch that unless it's, you know, my favorite channels. But I don't know what the point of that rant was. Mini rant over. Stepping outside of the house now. Back to the island. So that's the end of that rant. Hopefully someone got something out of that. But yeah, I wish they did more of those barcades. Like even that barcade, it wasn't like a thing you bought. It was the enclosure, and then you would put your own game. So it's basically like just skimming the bottom box of the arcade off, and then putting that on top. Like those would sell. That's like probably the best way to do it, where instead of taking up this monstrous piece of floor, you only need like a 3x3, like 2 feet by 2 feet, like countertop. Maybe a little bit bigger than that, but the way that it looked there, it looked smaller than an actual OG arcade cabinet. All the fine things you brought in today. So I basically come to the conclusion here that I need to move some stuff, even though I've been putting it off. I need to just do it. I need to get my grove going so that I can get my money up. So I'm thinking of, I mean, I could always rebuild up here at any time. That's the thing about this game. It's like, I've been putting hesitation off. Like, this whole area here is just sucky. It looks cool, but it's totally useless. I don't even use the campsite. I hate the campsite. I hate the amiibo use. How you need, like, the cards. You need to sit there and scan it 3 days in a row if you want a villager to move in. Like, I hate that functionality to it. There's just something about it that just pisses me off about that. I don't like that at all whatsoever. So I can always just rebuild all this crap at any time. And same for this stupid. I can pretty much rebuild that at any point in time. So maybe I should just start my giant grove up here to get my money up. Plow it down, then when I have my massive mansion, rebuild. So, Zelda N64 fan, do you know what is the point of being able to build this up here, one extra stack, if you can't climb the goddamn thing? I understand you can put it around a building, but then you can't go up to it. You can't go up any further, as far as I can tell, unless it's just not wide enough. But I'm pretty sure that you can. It's just too high, and it's like, oh no, it's dangerous, I'm gonna fall. Is there like a certain permit you require to like climb up another tier? I mean, it's not dangerous. I wish we could make like 8 tiers, and then you could just be so far up off the ground, you'd actually be able to see your town from afar. That would be pretty sweet. Money. Oh, Zelda N64 fan, you gotta check out these silly little clips here. Let's see, was it this one? Hey, we meet again, Flexin. Did you hear about Z64's extremely sweet title yet? It's late night musician. That's the kind of thing I'd call my muscles, except Z64's whole body is called that. I'm so jealous, Flexin. I don't understand that. Flexin. Hey, Flexin. How you doing, Flexin? Then he said this later that night. Hey, we meet again, Flexin. Look how cool he looks, though. Hey, what do you know about Z64? You know, the athlete from New Moon? It's like, yeah, what about him? They ran around digging a bunch of holes. I already fell into 4 of them. Not cool, Flexin. And that's what I was saying. Because those were from, like, earlier today, or yesterday. I don't even know what time I'm in because I stayed up all night last night, and then I went to bed at 3 p.m. today, and then I woke up at like 9 p.m. and now it's 3 o'clock in the morning, but it feels like 9 p.m. Like it feels like late dinner time, like past dinner. And then because I'm also skipping days ahead, like at the start of this live stream, it was 7 p.m. for this day, and I went into the settings and turned it back to a.m. because I slept in real life through that like 12-hour section. So I was gonna like record a video earlier, and then when you stayed up for like 24 hours and you're staring at a computer screen and it's 3 p.m. and it's like bright outside, the light's hitting you and you're like doing a squint and you're like, oh, like my head, my eyeballs hurt. Like I was gonna record and I was like, I gotta take a nap. And I was like, oh, that's it for the day. No, like recording a video, no, I don't even feel like talking. I was like, I just need a nap, but it's my own fault. I ruined my whole day. But yet again, here I am doing the same thing, so I'm probably not gonna go to sleep. Maybe I'll take a nap at like, maybe not, maybe in an hour I'll want to fall asleep, but it's been tough. School's out, my kid's home constantly. It's driving me nuts. If we don't go back to school till September, I might be dead by that point. There's nothing worse than when I was a kid. I loved it. I loved having summer. I mean, my dad worked all day and I pretty much stayed outside all day. We weren't inside playing video games. I had a 2-story fort when I was like 5 years old. My brother was like 9 or 10, and we had a couple other friends that were maybe like 12. So yeah, when I was like 5, 6 years old, we had a 2-story fort made out of hundreds of like pretty thick logs, and the thing was a beast. And I mean, we didn't sit around and play video games 24/7. That's pretty much what my kid does. That's his life. He runs on Roblox. I feel like such a bad parent. That kid has logged in like 120 days. So 120 times 24 hours comes to like 2,600 hours. And sure, a lot of it is idle time. He'll turn it on and walk away from it and leave it. But a lot of it is playtime. I'm like, even if only half of that is playtime, that's like, you learn a trade in that amount of time, in that amount of hours. Enderman. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right, schools are out, and I might be dead by September. If kids, I hope this whole thing just dissipates by then. I hope in August they're like, hey kids, sorry, you had several extra months off. You're going back to school on July 27th. Hopefully that's a thing. Although when I was a kid, I would have loved having 3 extra months of summer. I mean, it's weird because they've talked about they talked about closing schools for 2 weeks and then waiting to see. And then we got to the end of the first week and they were like, no, it's closed for the end of the month. And it's been like 4 weeks since getting into serious mode. And they're pretty much like, nah, these kids aren't going back to school this year. It's like, well, damn. And it's weird, my dad sent me this video on Facebook earlier, and it was basically a very anxiety-inducing sort of conspiracy video with the anxiety trance-inducing music, like techno-y style, and then it took a drastic turn, and it was like some Star Wars shit, like evil Star Wars music, and it was basically about how, you know, this virus started in China, and then their main capital is like right next to Wuhan. No cases there, no cases in Shanghai, none. And then somehow it traveled all over the rest of the world, and the US is shut down, like Paris is closed, like India's on lockdown, all these major economies, and somehow China is just like, meh, they're like, we're good over here. And oh man, we're jumping viewership. We have 7 viewers. Welcome everybody to the land of D-Dub. We're on Dubland here in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Darth Lilyfin, Thunder Pals raid. I'm getting raided? By who? Who's the Thunder Pals? I don't think I've ever heard of the Thunder Pals. Let's check out the Thunder Pals channel right now. Thunder Pals raid. Where's the go-to channel? Where is that option? I mean, I see the main Thunder Pals. I'm guessing that's the main account, and all I see is report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel. I want to be a Thunder Pal too. Let's type in Thunder Pals. Okay, Thunder Pals was just live with 1.14 thousand views. So, dude, thank you so much for the raid. I've never been raided yet. Let's see about your channel. We are the Thunder Pals? Question mark. A trio backed by friends who aim to deliver insightful yet hilarious gaming content in an effort to show that gamers have lives too. From 2015, so you're several years into the game. They took away... Really? They must have just did that then. Because I clicked on someone's thing like the other day, so thank you, Thunder Pals. I'm going to be subscribing to you right now, and thank you for finding my channel somehow and sending people this way. I appreciate that. Most people, at this point, it's almost like a... For a while there, like, sending people to raid was like a courtesy thing. Even if you don't know the person, you know, kind of like, here you go, thank you. And now it's kind of seen as this, like, you don't know what the people are going to be saying. You don't know exactly whose channel they're sending them to. You don't know what views they have. Like, personally, you don't know if they're going to be, like, saying some stuff. You don't know if you're sending kids to adults or vice versa. You don't know if someone's going to say something that's going to make someone else mad, or someone's parent in the background mad. So it's almost like this thing that a lot more people that I used to see going, all right, you know, we're ending the live stream, go and raid these folks, raid this channel, raid that channel. They don't really do it anymore. It's kind of seen as like a taboo thing, or only something to do if you know the other person who you're sending them to. So Thunder Pals. Hashtag Thunder Pals. Not Thunder Packs. Thunder Pals. Forever. So we got Darth Lilyvan. We got playing random games.
That's actually a good channel name, just playing random games. Iceberg Mike, no problem, my guy. I do it as an act of kindness. I like to help streamers. Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm sure you guys are, who knows what time zones you are all in. It's 3:10 here on the East Coast of the United States. Pretty late, but I mean, I guess I'm not a kid anymore, so it just feels like any other day to me. But if I was, 16, 17, 15, I'd be treating every single one of these days. I'd be staying up till 3 a.m. every single day, and I'd be like, it's early summer. Like, I miss feeling like that. When you get older, every day is just the next day. And even when it gets nice out, it doesn't feel like summer because you're not, like, relieved from school. There's no, like, excitement and hype behind it. I miss that feeling. Being like 14 years out of high school. Jesus. I can't even believe that I just said that. Last I knew it was like 10 years. Now it's like, nope, tack on 4 more. Iceberg Mike on the East Coast. I'm here in Massachusetts. I'm like 5 minutes. Vermont that way. Another like 8 minutes to New York that way. I'm like right up on the line here. Multiple lines. Yeah, East Coast gang. Unless you're from the West Coast, then West Coast gang. Sorry, I am late. Light gazer. You're late. I don't know for what or from where. I've never seen you before, but yeah, you're late. You're gonna get off with a warning, okay? You're late. I understand, but we're on lockdown mode. Nobody's doing anything. So how can you be late? If it happens 3 times, I'm gonna have to block you. EST gang, CET gang, CMT gang, right? Central Mountain Time. I forget. I'm not sure how that works. I watch Leonhardt. He's like a Pokemon card opener. He's the man, and he's in the Mountain Time zone, but for them daylight savings does not end or start, which is that weird little, when you look at it on a map, you see like East Coast, Center, West Coast, and it's somewhere like along the like east of California. If you're looking on a map facing you guys, you got like the East Coast, the Center, the West Coast, and there's like a little sliver that's like their own time zone, and then it gets real fat and then like small against. That mountain time stuff is very weird how they came up with it, because the Rocky Mountains, I guess, screwed that whole thing up. What do you watch? Why do you watch all of the same channels that I do? I mean, I could go through like a huge list. I guess it kind of makes sense though when, well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really make sense. Maybe it's because I live stream and stuff like that, that's how you end up finding my channel. Bye, Darth Lilyvin. I'm not sure if you're a guy or a girl. Darth Lilyvin sounds like a girl. Mountain is between Central and Pacific, so when daylight savings time starts, I think they don't ever have that. So it's like they travel through time, sort of. But I'm guessing if like I watch Leonhardt and then I live stream and you also watch it, maybe it somehow sends similar people to similar things, or it's just straight up coincidence. But I'm sure there's some algorithm stuff. I mean, Leonhardt's gotten big though, but I mean, I watch Leonhardt and like Real Breaking 8, but then there's, Spawn Wave and like the Dreamcast guys, and there's all sorts of channels. Like before this, I was watching Ant Dude's Chibi Robo for the Gamecube. It was like, I don't know if there was really a review. It kind of was a review. I kind of like those, like him and like Nitro Rad, that, and I guess like sort of Arlo sort of does kind of like a similar thing, where it's kind of like it's not really a review, it's like a review retrospective. It's basically like, hey, I just played this game last week, and here's my video on it. There's no review score. It's just like a rundown, retrospective infomercial almost. No, there's something about those videos that I could just like watch for hours on end. I don't know, some of those guys that do that, I really enjoy their like Super Nintendo, Gamecube, PS2, not really PS2. I don't know, I like the PS2, I don't think it's really as great as people made it. That's what I thought back there even. I got a beagle named Lily, and it's kind of like a girl's thing. So, waves underscore hi. Oh wait, you say hi. Waves underscore. The underscore is, it's an interesting character, don't you think? It's not quite a space, but it's not like a comma or a dash. Like really, when you think about that's actually kind of interesting. I might have to look into that, the origin of the underscore. I'm guessing it was used for like basic code, not as a space, but as a way to space out words while still connecting them for like lines of like early computer code or something, and then they basically became just a screen name use, and it's on everything, but you don't really use it, like, even since I'm a human too. Good call. I forget what I was just saying. The underscore. I'm a bot. 1,500 bells, yeah. Do any of you Animal Crossing fans know this hamster cage here? I'm pretty sure it was in the original, but now I'm not sure if it was in Wild World or City Folk. And also in New Leaf, I didn't find a hamster cage, and I never saw anybody else with one. But New Leaf was kind of just a thing I delved into on my own. I didn't really watch many videos of like other people's islands and stuff like that, so I don't know. I'm not sure if this is a straight through the series, if this has been a thing, or if this is like a returning thing, because the only time I've ever seen it was for the original GameCube game. So if anybody knows the answer to that, let me know. And as I said before, the Thunder Pals, I will be checking out your channel. I'll be seeing the informative yet fun videos to prove that gamers do have a life. I mean, it's kind of a funny tagline, because it's like, are you proving for all gamers? That kind of includes for myself. You're speaking out for us by making videos that aren't about gaming, that just say like, hey, I'm a big time gamer, but like in this video I'm doing my taxes, just to give gamers a decent reputation. Or is it like, hey, we're proving that gamers do stuff other than game. In today's video, we're reviewing such and such game, and then all your videos are just gaming related. And then people are like, I thought this channel proved that gamers have a life outside of gaming. I mean, how do you go about doing that? I was gonna try to make an example, but that would be in poor taste. But it's like saying, here on our channel, we make videos to prove that normally what we do is not weird, and then do you just keep doing the videos about the thing that has like a stigma attached to it, or do you just do other videos, market it? I think I'm thinking too deep on this one. Nice island. Waves underscore nice island. I mean, I guess that's like a cool way to read it, as like your name. Like, Waves didn't just say nice island. Like, Waves says nice island. It's like wave underscore nice island. Thank you, Waves underscore. I thought I missed him. I had one person jump in here earlier. They were only here for a second. They said, "Hey, can I join? I haven't played online yet," or something like that. And then they just peaced out. And then another person gave me not their friend code, but like their Animal Crossing ID code number thing. Yeah, Zoe, man, my friend code's JSV07, join. So it's like they said their friend code, but I think they meant their Dodo code. But I feel like that's kind of weird to, I don't know, open your gate and then just start jumping into random live streams and being like, join my town, and they're probably, sadly, they're probably still sitting there like passing the code around, and people are just like, I don't know you. Aw. Please come back. I didn't mean to do that. I also have a problem of once I dig it up, putting the bell bag, going to put it away, but instead burying it in the hole instead of putting it away and then doing like 10 grand. So that was a waste. I wish they would give you like a second chance on that. I guess not though. Gotta go to bed now. I'm gonna leave my PC on for you so I get that watch time, B. Thanks, B. You have a great rest of your stream, and if you need items, let me know. Definitely. I'll add you on the channel, and then, you know, I'll be live streaming at some other point. Probably not in the too far distant future. Maybe we can all get together and hop from island to island and help each other, you know, with items, with cataloging, etc., etc. So yeah, definitely, I join the D-Dub clan / the Thunder Pals / Iceberg gang. And I mean, you don't have to leave your PC on if it's like, you know, you don't have to do it, but if you do, I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Much love from D-Dub in Dubland. It's great to have Animal Crossing New Horizons be like the super glue, the moderator that's bringing a lot of people together, especially like during these times. It's pretty cool. Not a lot of other, I mean, there's not really a lot of franchises that can just blindly do that, like right off the bat. I mean, it'd be like being like, hey, I like Call of Duty. I play a lot of Call of Duty. You want to play Call of Duty with me? Anybody would just be like, you know, screw off. Like, I'm muting you and I'm blocking you also. My tired brain can't think from where. Exactly. I agree with that. I agreed with it several hours ago, but then I took a nap. So, I mean, I slept from like 4:30 to like 9. So I had a decent sized nap. It was pretty good. I enjoyed myself. Sleeping is one of the most enjoyable parts of life, even though if you could do it too much and miss like a huge chunk of your life. And I feel bad about that at times. I'm like, I really only need to sleep for 4 hours, because sleeping 8 hours a day, I mean, you're wasting a third of your life sleeping, as good as it is, and then you need it to sustain your life and your brain. You recognize my channel name. There's no shame in that, Waves. Is it bad I time skip because I felt bad but waiting a day is just kind of boring. Also just says Waves. Waves _ it is bad. Is it bad that I time skip because I felt bad? That's where time skipping comes in. I mean, I guess it'd be different if this game was coming out in the year 2001, where you could just skip to Easter, to Christmas, to Thanksgiving, get all the items, and live stream all of it, put it all out, and put it on Twitter and everywhere else, and kind of, you know, ruin the surprise of the items and all that. But it's pretty cool that we also live in an era where this game can't be spoiled. You can't go to Christmas to see the things that aren't in the game yet. So I mean, there's like the upside and the downside. If there's a glitch, they can fix it. If there's a exploit that's usable, enough people will use it and speak up about it that they then patch it, and at times that can be kind of like, oh well, damn. And I mean, it's just them fixing their game, you know, putting like a form of quality control in it. But can't think from where though. There's, you type in D-Dub, I mean, right after I started the channel, I don't think it's anyone that even comes by or comments or anything like that anymore, but they basically, the one comment that they said was, oh, I like this video, or I like your channel, you should have chose a different name because there's so many of them. And it's true, if you type in, basically the way my channel's name is spelled, if you type that in, you'll see all different variations. You'll see with a space, without a space, with an extra D, with dub D, DD dub, with two B's, D space, DUBB, DDUB, like dub, and all different variations. And they're all, none of them have a lot of subscribers, so I'm hoping that, you know, I can overtake that with subscribers. That way when you type it in or someone mentions it, it's kind of like whoever has the top amount. I mean, they kind of get it. You can't claim the name if you have like 3 subscribers, because no one's gonna listen to you or take you really seriously. Even if your channel is from like 2008, and you clearly had the name, but I mean, you could have switched it at some point. You can switch your name like 3 times a year, or 3 times in forever. I forget how that works. They might have switched that now. I'm not sure why I keep running back into the house. My brain is not thinking clearly either. I think 8 subscribers, at least that's what it says right now. It's bounced up and down. Like it said 1 viewer at one point, but there was like 2 or 3 different new comments coming in, so it fluctuates. But right now, like 8 views, that's like the most I've had in probably like the past like 10 or 15 live streams. At one point I had it jumped up like quite a few. So maybe late night is the time to do it. I mean, it is quarantine though, so there are a lot of people that would be streaming now. And I guess any channel with any decent amount of subscribers could pretty much live stream whenever they want. Have a decent amount of people show up after, you know, a good 20 minutes, half hour, especially if you're streaming for like 2 or 3 hours. But I'm guessing this live stream's been going since, it's probably almost on the 2-hour mark. I'm not even sure. I wasn't really paying attention when I started it. But anyways, you know, thanks once again to the Thunder Pals. That's okay. Now I'm starting to remember. I haven't watched Ted, that frickin' movie. I haven't watched that since it came out, and I never watched the second one, the Thunder Pals, right? Thunder Buddies, and the whole song there. I forgot how that even goes. That was like a huge like thing to do, a huge meme at the time, singing that song, and it's been a long time. Maybe we should go say hi to KK. Look at all these butterflies. They're just swarming. Got to go. Billy, you, maybe you're going for a new look. That seems a bit extreme. Yeah, well, you can't see it under my, what are these glasses called? My funny glasses. Oh, I was gonna hit KK with the net, see if he would stop singing. Hey, what's buzzing? I'm putting on another show today before I, whatever that said. I'm not taking requests right now. I just want to do my thing. let me take the music where it wants to be, you know? I kind of think they didn't ruin KK, but I think they leaned a bit too hard into that, like, what's grooving, poppin'? Just on the road, taking me wherever the road wants to take me. You know, let the music flow through my, you know, I feel like they just kind of leaned into that a little bit too hard. It doesn't, I feel like part of the mystery without adding, because I mean, just the way that it's written, you kind of get this, like, I don't know, you get this, like, accent kind of feel, kind of vibe in your head just from reading it. And I feel like that sort of takes away some of the mystique of KK Slider, because he never really talked too much. But he also never really was like, oh, I'm just a, you know, loneless soul just making his way on the road, just playing to whoever. You know, I'm playing music regardless of if you want to listen or if you don't, whether the club's packed or whether it's a single person on the outside. I'm just here for what moves me, and that's the music. You know, I'm not even taking requests because I'm so cool. I'm just laying back and just letting the energy, you know, man, just the vibe. I've taken too much LSD. I'm just floating like a free spirit through life. I'm just, wherever the road takes me is where I make my home. You know, home is just 4 walls and a roof. You know, or whatever. Like, home isn't really 4 walls and a roof. It's that feeling you get when you strum your guitar with the rusty strings outside of a bar after, you know, a few too many drinks on a Monday night, playing to no one, playing to everybody at the same time. Like, I feel like they kind of just, I don't know, I've seen a lot of lines from KK that are like that, and I feel like they just leaned maybe a little bit too much into that whole, I don't know what you call that, road rat musician thing. I don't know, what do you guys think? Am I just crazy? Am I just dumb? Am I just overthinking that? Because that was one of the first things I noticed, was him in the open road taking the music wherever it may take him. And I kind of just thought, like, I was like, that's okay, I guess, but I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to D-Dub, Animal Crossing. I think I need a fish. I think my chat is frozen. Oh, I can't start yawning. I can't do that. Alright, I think it's time to switch up that music. I was trying to find a version of this without drums, and I started, like, or I wanted to play along to it without the drums, but I actually found it was basically like a band, I guess, that covered it. It was only the audio. I didn't bother to check YouTube. I think it was from YouTube, though, and they covered this KK Fusion, and the song didn't just, I think it just fades out at the end. I always forget because it just sort of runs on a loop into itself, or you leave the building and come back in and it's right on the same part again. But it was like it had like real drums over it, and the keyboard sounded like exact until a little bit in, and then it kind of faded out for a second. It seemed like technical difficulties, but it was like a real band performing. It was pretty cool. So I don't know, I might have to search out that video and see just what the deal is. Do you have any drum covers on your channel? I haven't really checked. I have one, and it's kind of a shame. I mean, I use my electronic set. Like, over here, I have my electronic drum set, and then I have my actual drum set. But this microphone that I have it's the Yeti mic, and it doesn't do good for drums. I need to put the microphone into like the other room, or put it in a shoebox with like something over it. I tried putting like foam over it, and I'm trying to record just into Audacity, trying to get it low enough so that I can turn it up without it. The audio is just destroyed. The cymbals are just too much for it because it's not designed for drums. So the one cover I did was on the electronic drum set, and that was for Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, Cloud Castle for the Game Boy. And that was like 8 months ago, 9 months ago. And I think it's only got 30 views, 60 views, something like that. I checked it recently because I remade the thumbnail. The original thumbnail was garbage, and I redid the thumbnail to make it, I don't know, it's like a picture of me and then like the Game Boy with like the Belmont's Revenge on it, and then the Castlevania logo. Like, I did it up way better than it was. If you saw what it was terrible. You couldn't read it, and it just looked like garbage. So I redid it, and yeah, it's pretty much, I didn't really like practice for it. I just kind of did 2 takes in a row, and then since I recorded that separately, I mimed myself playing it, and then just sort of very crappily edited it over it, and then it doesn't even make sense. I liked the snare drum roll, so I took this, like, I have like one of those crappy all-in-one tape player, cassette, record player deals that I've had for like years, and I just liked the way the snare drum roll was, so I'm like holding the headphones to my ear, and I'm like record scratching during that, and then it cuts to me holding, like, I used to have all my Nintendo figures on this spare floor tom for my drum set over here, and it looked cool with like a light under it. I would put the light under it, and the light would like shine through it under like all the amiibos and little like Walmart figurines of like all the stuff that I have over here on the shelf here, and it would just cut to me with like the Mario like kicking all the amiibos over, and then it's back to me playing drums, then back to me pretending to play a pretty much vast array of all Castlevania games and being like ridiculous and, you know, like overselling it, and then back to the record scratching. And at the beginning I put like a tape cassette into like the Dreamcast, and then I took like the AT Games Sega Genesis like clone, and I like threw it and then did like a thumbs up. It doesn't make sense. I guess it wasn't supposed to. At some point I have was it Bebop from Ninja Turtles, and then I just smashed like all my amiibo figures over with it, and then it's back to me playing drums and me pretending to play Castlevania, and then back to like the record scratching, and then there's like another tape cassette, and it's all over the place. But the song is like 3 minutes long, but it's like a 6-minute video, and the first version, I mean, I had trouble trying to hook it up to the computer and trying to like hear it while I was playing it, and then have the song playing so that I could hear it while hearing the drums at the same time. And so the first take was kind of terrible, and then I put like a timestamp in it. The one at the 3-minute mark is like actually on beat. It's actually like tightened up, and the tempo of it is correct. So the first one was terrible, and the second one was much better. And I even got Rax the Great and RGT85 and Hey Jay to watch it, and they all left a comment on it, so that made me feel good, because he was the one that, RGT was the one, he was talking about it in someone's live stream at some point, and like a month or 2 later, I was like, check this out, and he was like, oh sweet, oh Bafu, poor D-Dub, that sting looks so painful, I should get some medicine for that as soon as I possibly can, but I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do that. You want to talk to my ugly face now? Bafu. I want to chat. That was my bug catching when I saw that you were carrying a net. this Vesta looks weird. I forget the other RAM that I had. She already moved away. She walked up to me the other day, and she was like, I'm thinking about moving. And I was like, well, don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. Thanks for coming to Dubland and hanging out for a few, but I didn't really need 2 RAMs. I want to get like one of like the elks, or like the mouse, or probably even a monkey. Yeah, I know Rax. Well, I mean, yeah, I know Rax. I hang out on his live streams from time to time. I mean, he just came back. He had disappeared for a while. And there was a few times I was kind of like, are you coming back? And he was like, no. Kind of just sick of the YouTube game, and he sold all his gear. He sold, like, his capture card, and his nice microphone, and his camera. And now he's trying to, like, he's got, like, the cheap starter mic again. And I think he still has a decent camera, but he's got like a starter microphone, and he didn't have a capture card, and he like had to buy all this stuff again. That 3 months ago he had all of it, and then he was like, I'm done with YouTube, and then he was like, wait, no, I'm coming back. I know who VC, yeah. He thinks I'm a troll, and I don't really like some of the things that he said about me before, because he goes with mob mentality. And there was a certain person's live stream that he was in, and the person's channel, they were talking about Devil May Cry, and they were talking about a Devil May Cry collection. And this person said, if they did a Devil May Cry collection for the Nintendo Switch, it better be 1, 3, and 4. They better cut 2 out of it. And I simply said, what would the point of a collection be if, like, you're gonna exclude, like, a certain game? Like, why would you do a collection and, like, skip certain games? Especially if you're saying, like, you want a collection as a collection and then cut games out of it. It'd be different if it was like, hey, I hope all the Devil May Cries come out on the Switch. So, anyways, I just was like, what would be the point of that? And he was like, oh, well, that, 2 or 3. I think it's 2. Maybe it is 3. I forget which one is the most hated. I didn't really follow Devil May Cry too much, but regardless, the person's channel, they were basically like, well, that game is trash, and it kind of sounds like you like trash, so if you want to buy trash, you can go ahead and buy trash, but I'm not buying trash. I mean, and I forget what else I said, and it was basically like, well, it sounds like you only buy trash, so you're not very smart, and you pretty much just waste your money. And I was kind of like, well, not really, but like, what the hell? And anyway, that stream ended with VC basically saying that, like, nobody here likes you, and I was like, oh, let me just go kill myself, and he was like, you should, because no one here fucking likes you. And then we've had other altercations, one being just a couple months ago, where he wasn't part of a conversation, but he made himself part of it. And then basically was like, oh, it's just D-Dub being D-Dub. And I was like, what's that supposed to mean? And he's like, you know what that means. And it was like, just because I had not even like a negative comment, just I wasn't doing the status quo ass kiss of whatever the tweet was. I forget what the conversation was even about, but he just stuck his nose in. That's what he does. I mean, I'm not one to talk down creators, but when you just show up in everybody's live stream and you poke your nose around and people laugh at you, like, kind of behind your back. I mean, a lot of people make jokes about him behind his back, because it's like, oh, I'm never playing this game, I'm never this, I'm never that, and then instantly changes your mind. I mean, it's kind of like coattail riding when you're just on Twitter tagging everybody and making videos about everybody and in everybody's live stream, and it's, yeah. I guess I'll just boil it down to, some people don't get successful from their own merits by just being discovered. They associate enough that you become synonymous with certain things. So you know, it's just one of those things. Because I told him at the end of that Twitter spiel, I was like, dude, if I had 10,000 subs, you wouldn't be talking down to me. You'd be giving big old kisses on my ass cheeks, saying facts. You're spitting facts, D-Dub. Dropping knowledge bombs. And it's like, he raps like a 4th grader. That's enough of that, though. Thanks, Darth Lillian, for coming by and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Hashtag Thundercats for snarf. I like Leonardo. He's my favorite villager, I think. He's got that cool coat. He wears the sunglasses. He looks like a badass. Yo, you been training, flexing? Do you want this? And then I give them pretty much straight up garbage. I'm like, here, you want this Venus comb? And he's like, oh, a Venus comb. I might not recognize you under this name, so I'm not exactly sure who you are. That's alright though. Oh, this is great. It'll be perfect for some heavy curls flexing. Here's something for you. A young royal shirt. Take it. Don't be shy. But you might not recognize my previous name. Lily Pad. Yeah, I recognize your name. I didn't know you switched it though. I guess I would have to click because I'm pretty sure I've clicked on your channel before because, oh yeah, I see the horse. Right, you have, so I can't click on yours from here. Do you have that Massachusetts video? I forget what it's called. Maybe that's not you. Something Massachusetts, and it's like you and like, or if it is you, it's like 2 girls like talking about, I forget what. It's like something in Mass. So I remember looking at that. He's hanging out in Josh's live streams, which I haven't really hung out in his. I mean, I guess I don't really get. It's kind of like when you follow a channel for so long and then you stop going to their channel as much, they don't recommend their stuff. Yeah, Massachusetts infomercial. Tobias plays RB. What's my dodo code? Don't you get a new dodo code every time you open the gate? Isn't that kind of how that works? Yeah, the Massachusetts infomercial. I remember watching that one day during Josh's stream, and I know I commented something. I don't know if you ever saw that or if you ever like, what the hell? 'Cause I was just like, I'm from Massachusetts too. But I don't know, I'm not even sure what the video was about. It had like weird like jump cuts and like editing, and I wasn't sure what the video was trying to get across. I don't know. But that's funny that I remember that. Because I totally recall your name. And it's from Josh's live streams. But yeah, I haven't seen too many of his recent videos or streams. Same for like game looters. I mean, I kind of stopped watching them consistently in their streams every day for like a few weeks, and then it's basically you don't get recommended that anymore. Because I went to one of their streams recently. Ooh. And then, after that, I got, like, recommended it. Like, I haven't really watched, like, the Lootcast in the past, like, probably 2 or 3 weeks. Really, wait, I think I remember it. I don't know, it was, like, you and some other girl, and it was just, like, I only watched it, like, once. It was, like, 4 or 5 minutes or something like that. I just don't remember what the point of it was, but I remember being like, I'm from Massachusetts. And I think I said something, and then we were talking in Josh's stream at that time. I mean, that was probably, I don't know, maybe almost a year ago. It's been a while. Been a minute. and we filmed it all in like 30 minutes because that's all the time we had. It was, from what I remember, maybe I'm wrong, but it seemed kind of like a, like, hey, I have the idea for the video. Do you, friend who doesn't really want to do this thing, want to do this thing? And they're just like, I guess. And it seemed like it was just like one person that knew what they were doing and one person that was just along for the ride, reading like a piece of paper. I don't know why I remember that so like vividly, because it, I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's like, it was very like, you're in the school and then it's from Massachusetts. So, and it seemed like a nobody wants to be here at this moment, which is probably like part of the appeal of the remembering the video, because it's like no one wants to do this video or be here or be saying these things, because it's kind of like a get up in front of the classroom and speak to everybody that you don't like kind of vibe. And you're like, well, I don't want to do that. And they're like, well, we know you don't want to do it, but go ahead and get up there and knock them out. And you're like, what? Alright. I'm not sure what the next step to my island is. I got the bridge paid off. I've got... See, I moved my house so that I could have all this land here. All in front and behind. But then I feel like the store is too close. I'm waiting for the damn thing to upgrade, but that just doesn't seem like it's gonna ever happen. And I've thought about moving the store back to maybe where the museum was. I've also thought about putting the store like here. Just, I mean, that could work, because this field of flowers sucks. Oh wait, is that an orange one? That is an orange one. It's hard to tell the orange ones from the yellow ones. Right, I'm not colorblind. I swear. Maybe I should just keep that there for now. I'm not sure what I want to do with the island. I won't bug you or ask you for songs, KK. You're just taking the road where the road leads. We finished the script right before started filming. I don't even believe that. You were still refining it after the video was done and up on YouTube. You were like, probably thinking of like ways that, damn, this could have been better. Like, I really wish we didn't do that. That's how it goes though. Ooh, straw fence. I have not seen that yet. Maybe I can use that in some cool way. I doubt it. I see other people's islands and I'm like, oh, that's like good idea. Put a little thing here. Oh, you can use that straw fence and section off just a small corner without overdoing it. But me, when I come in with something, I overdo it. It's like, I'm gonna do the brick fence, light accents, and then there's like 80 pieces in a row, and then I run out and it's not symmetrical, and then I just walk back by and I just put every single one back in my pocket. I go home and then it goes into storage. I'm like, all right, I'm done. That's not gonna work here. And then I'll try it again at some point, but once again, it's not gonna work. You just bought the straw fence earlier today, nice. It's weird how some of these things pop up. Because some days you come into this ATM and there's nothing new. And it's like I was saying, like, before anyone even hopped in here, the way that this game kind of had like the opening. Wait, what did I just buy? I wasn't even paying attention. What did I just buy? All my Nook miles are gone. I just had like 7,000 of them. What the hell happened? We gotta go check that on replay. I seriously just bought that? Man, I didn't mean to do that. I thought I bought something for like 5,000 Nook Miles, and I was just like, wait, what? Yeah, I don't pay attention while I'm talking. I could just end up doing anything. The fences seem random, but like yesterday there was only one of them, and it was one that I already owned. And I'll be like, oh, brick fence, and I'll click on it. And then it's like, yeah, it's 1,000 Nook Miles. I think you already own this one. And you're like, oh yeah, I do. Okay. But when you're not paying attention, you know. Yeah, I guess you're right, Lily. It is too late. But, I mean, you can always just delete the video. But, I mean, I guess if I was to want to see it again, I can't now apparently just click on your name and go to your channel, because you have to type it in manually, which is weird because sometimes you type in someone's channel manually and it's just not there. No matter, like, what you do, it's just not there. So that might be a case where you go to type it in or someone goes to type it in, it's just not there. Let's see, we got that dartboard. I need some tables is what I need. I don't believe that this game has tables in it. I haven't seen a hint of tables other than like the wood block toy table, or like this, which isn't very, they're not very cool. I mean, I'm pretty much still using like these log stools as like end tables just to put something on to get it up off the ground. I was also kind of pissed. For like 3 days in a row I kept buying these magazines. I needed 10 of them, and I thought that I was making like a manga bookcase, but it was a manga wallpaper. And I wish you could pick like wallpapers for like a piece of the wall. I might have. What was the name under? Yeah, the manga wall. So I kept buying these magazines, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be sweet, because I didn't pay attention to the fact that it was a wallpaper. I thought it was like a shelf. But then I bought it and put it up, and I was like, oh, surrounded in books, great. And then I took it down and I put it in storage, and that's where it's been sitting. I like the camera, but I mean, I'm guessing you touch it and it does that, like lifts up. It'd be cool if it was on wheels and it kind of just, that's what they need. They need like an automated like robot that'll like drive around or like try to like hand you stuff. See, this is like the only table I have, and I hate that it's a 4 square. I don't like that. It's to the point where these wardrobes end up being a table where I put like the ship bottle, or at one point I had the Nintendo Switch up on it. I remember replying, I'm not actually from... Oh, okay. So you're not from Massachusetts. I guess I didn't think of that, where it's like, it's a... Does anyone know where this stuff comes from? I remember checking this box when this place was a tent, and there would be nothing in it. And then it was like last week where I briefly remember just kind of cruising over Tom Nook saying, if you leave like an item out long enough, it'll return to the box, so like always keep checking it. I think that's what he said. So that could have been something that anybody dropped. Oh, well, Texas is much different than will people pay for that wallpaper? I don't think I have the care. I mean, I've thought about like on eBay, you can spend like, what is it, $5 or $10 to get like 1,000,000 bells, which is weird to think about. Because, like, I don't know how they're doing it unless they never updated their Switch or something. They somehow have an old version, and then, I mean, how does that work? You're supposed to get, like, they get confirmation, you pay with your real world credit card or your PayPal, then they get a hold of you. Then you have to be friends with them on the Switch, probably make a phone call. One of you's got to open your gate. Like, that might be something worth doing like a video on. Getting a hold of one of these YouTubers from like China that's trying to sell like 10 million bells for like $100, and I spend like $100, and then I'm trying to talk to some like Chinese person, or they're like forwarding me to someone else, or they're trying to use like Google Translate. I mean, that could be interesting. Medi Streak. Nope, that's not me. I'm just little old D-Dub here. Let's talk about infrastructure. Oh, I got that bridge that won't be done until I shut the game off and move my time ahead an hour. The tailors, the museum, the shop. See, every time I go to like move something, I'm like, actually, wait a minute. I'm like, that's gonna cost me a lot of money. And then it's a whole day waiting. So I'm not sure what I actually want to do. I just want more inclines. Alright, I gotta make a decision now. Maybe I didn't comment on it. Maybe I didn't, I don't know. Maybe it was because we were in the live stream that I just said what I thought the comment was to you instead of commented. Maybe that was it. I mean, I literally just bought a springy horse thing, not paying attention. Then I was like, what did I just buy? Like, I legitimately had no idea what I just bought. I had to hit the screenshot and save it, and then look back at it. That screenshot button comes in handy for that, because there's times I'm skipping through dialogue for games, or like a mission, or I'm actually reading it, paying attention, then I stop paying attention for like 14 seconds, and then that screenshot button, I'll quickly hold it in because I've already passed whatever they're telling me to do, or whatever the part of the story is. And then I end up going back and reading it. Like, I have thousands of videos and screenshots of stuff that I've passed over from not paying attention for just brief moments. And man, the thing's a lifesaver, or a game saver. I mean, it's a game changer. That might have been what happened. Probably gonna head out though. I'll probably join your island next stream. There will definitely be a next stream. We got several new viewers here. See, my phone's dying. We had Thunder Pals. We had Waves _. And it says you were a new subscriber 2 different times, 53 minutes ago and 47 minutes ago. So that's YouTube for you. And unless you actually unclick subscribe and then again, but it wouldn't notify me twice. It just wouldn't do that. I'm probably gonna be heading out soon too. I mean, it's, oh man, I thought it was 3. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Jesus. I mean, I have food ready to eat. I think that's gonna be the key, but I gotta make a decision here. I'm not sure what to do. I kind of like this house right here. I wish that was my house. I don't know how to. I don't know if I can get that exact look, but I like it. But I like the museum here. I would like to have the grand walkway. I'm not can you put a building on the next tier? Like with, I'm not sure how that works. Because then you need 2 staircases to it. But will it still tell you it's too dangerous to climb up here? Because if that's the case, I would maybe put this up another layer and then do like the giant grand staircase and chip away at some of this, move like this pond a little bit, stuff like that. But then there's this house here, and I'm indifferent if I want to move this and then make this the only, single lone house that's here. I've thought about moving both of them and moving both of them up front to like right here. Or no, sorry, not right there. Right here. At least one of them will fit right here. Maybe I could fit both of them back here. But then, I don't know if I would like that. I wish there was like a change it now to see how it actually looks yet. And then if you decide that, you still then have to pay for it, and then you still have to wait a day. But you could at least run around for a minute and be like, the shop's here. Yeah, I don't like that. I guess let's move it over a couple inches instead. Because once you hit, I'll do that. You're locked in. And that's one of the parts that I kind of don't like. See, then we got this house over here, and he's all by himself. And I could fill this in. Maybe that's what I should do. I'm not really sure. Yeah, the last time I moved something, I accidentally hit, I'm okay with that. And I was like, oh no. Because I wanted to just move it. I wanted to take it back out of the Let Me Imagine. And I wanted to just move it, back by just one little space and maybe to the left a little hair. And I just couldn't. Accepted it and adapted to it and just gotten over it. I'm not expecting $2 grand to, like that one other house, there's two of them and their front steps are lined up perfect, and then the other one is just back by just a little half a space. And I could spend $50 grand in a day to not get anything else done, just to move that one house. But I'm kind of wondering, maybe I should chip this out of it. I really hate the campsite. That's gonna be a new thing. I wish I could just delete it off my island. No one comes to it. Oh, Hans is gonna swing. Oh, he's running. Let's just watch this weird creature in the wild for a moment. He couldn't even catch it. Here though, does he still see the grasshopper? He's like one step behind him. That might be a good video as well. Stalking your villagers for the day. Let's see what they did. See, he's looking down at it like, oh, you were too much for me. Let's just sit here and stare at it. The other day, Leonardo was on the bridge, and I couldn't get past him. And he's eating a sandwich. And he's like, oh, my legs are tired from my workout today, blah, blah, blah. And then I went off the screen real quick, and then right back. And he had moved from the bridge to outside of the bridge, off on the side. Yeah, maybe stalking villagers for 24 hours to see what they did is a good idea. And I'll, in every shop, be peeking out from the little bit of the tree here. You don't see me. And then let's watch him swing and miss. And it's where are you walking? Oh, I'm just tasting the dirt here. look at my fire. I think you noticed. Wish we could get a better camera. Run for it. Metal Gear Animal Crossing. Why, hello, old sport. I don't know what that means. It kind of sounds like we've known each other before, right? Or am I wrong? So you just want to come up here just to check out the flowers for a minute? Oh, he almost spotted. Oh, he's warming up his hands now. Isn't that precious? His beastly gorilla hands. I think he's like a yeti. What animal is he? I don't think he counts as a monkey. He's gonna get me. He wants to go camping, which is where he came from. Oh, is he gonna eat the pizza that's in the oven? Oh, here comes, what's her name? I don't even know my villagers' names. She's like smiling. Oh, there she goes. She's running. Wait, where did she just... Oh, I thought she just disappeared. See, he's trying to... There he goes again. He's gonna miss. What an idiot. Here, you dumbass. I'll do it for you, okay? God. Okay, as much as I want to stay tonight at 3 a.m. and I don't need to sleep, I'll definitely stop by more often. Thank you, Lily Pad. I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate everybody from the Thunder Pals gang. Hashtag Thunder Pals forever. And I mean, I probably would have ended the stream. I'm probably gonna be ending it in a couple minutes, but just stalking Hans. This like German foreign yeti. It's kind of funny just to watch him from afar. He's like, ooh. He's like going between the smile and the ooh. Ready for him to get into position to swing, and then I'm gonna steal it on him. The hunter has become the hunted. Clapping off his body. Well, that was good fun. Oh, hey Hans. Hans and Franz. What's the good word? For me, case of price. Let's see. You get a stick. If you're gonna end within the next 15 minutes, I'll stay. I'm probably ending this right now. Gotta love an island themed gift. A stick. It's the gift that keeps on giving in the theme of an island. Yeah, let's see. It is 10:10 a.m.
in the game, but it is 4:15 in real life. So yeah, we'll call this stream right here. We'll lead it out with my little Pac-Man design. You guys can steal that and tell others that you came up with it if you would like to. Much appreciation to everybody that has stopped tonight, especially from the Thunder Pals gang. To Lily and Dave Miller and Zelda N64 fan, of course, as always, you're always here. And to, yeah, that was a long conversation we had. Scrolling. My phone is dying, so it's really dark. Iceberg Mike, Waves _ playing random games, and Lightgazer, Iceman Mike, Dark Willybin. Thanks everybody. Love the Pac-Man design. It is pretty clever. I had like a circle, and then I went to go place like another square down, and I took one away, and I was like, that looks like Pac-Man. And then I just had to figure out, you kind of have to do it on a slant. I wish it could be more like straight on, but I figured up against the juxtaposition of a diagonal mountain, it kind of really sets the tone here on Dubland. Let's see, these two are gonna be at it again, aren't they? Oh, Hans. Oh, this mountain tastes pretty good. I'm just chucking the dirt. It's like he's just tasting and now he's going back up. Make up your mind. He's just taking in the fresh air, a little bit of sunshine on his face. He has the bad case of dumb mouth. And he's decided that he forgot what he was going to do. He's going to turn around and head in the other direction. Who programs these villagers to just sit down on a bridge and just be in the way? He's going back up for it. Oh, is he gonna have a seat? Oh. Hello, it's such a nice day, isn't it, lady? How are you? She's like, fuck you. And she pulled out her purse and walked away. And he's like, oh, my mouth is dumb. Are you really gonna swing? If he catches it, we're gonna clap. Oh, he's on the move. Can't see. Forest too dense. What's his next move gonna be? I think he's... Oh, he's all gassed out. The juxtaposition. Yeah, whatever that word means. It's lined up nicely against the diagonal mountain. I want to see him actually catch something though. I mean, I made fun of him for kind of looking dumb. I hear a balloon. Those have been rare. Whatever Nintendo did to take the balloons down, people only wanted it just for the eggs. They said just tone it down a little bit. Not like you only get one every like hour of gameplay. I mean, I've only found 2 and I've been playing for 3 hours about. So, what does that tell you? Oh, clay. Hooray.
he's just gonna take a little nap. Could go on for a while. Jigsaw Joystick, welcome to the stream. I'm going to be ending soon, but if you would like to subscribe to D-Dub and watch these praying mantises up in the top right corner just float above flowers, then feel free to subscribe. I would appreciate it. There's more live streams coming just like this. Always a blast. Right now we are stalking Animal Crossing villagers, just to see what their daily routine is like. What do they do in their random lives? Sometimes they just sit down and go, and then they just get back up. And old Hans here has been rejected by the woman of his dreams. It's kind of a sad story. I might have to clip all this and then do like a narration and come up with a story. And I mean, he seems to be like the most adventurous out of my 8 villagers that I have. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I really maxed out on villagers? It does not feel like I'm maxed out on villagers at all. I want Rex to move, and I want this Billy Goat to move. I do not like him. Tank is okay. I really love Tammy. I think I love Leonardo. And Lily. Lily is cool. Do I have a schedule right now for streams? Nope. I consistently streamed last night and tonight, and that is a first, because usually I say I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. And then, as I said last night, when I said I'll probably be streaming, and I told the same story, usually it could be like 11 days before the next stream, even though I said I'll probably be back tomorrow. And then, yeah, like 2 weeks will go by. No video, no live stream. Trying to get better about that. I'm trying to work on myself during this quarantine period. It's final results have yet to be seen. Am I really trying though? Or am I saying I'm trying and not really making any changes? Next time on D-Dub Live here on Dubland, we stalk more villagers. Will Hans ever find true love here on Dubland? What happened to his family? Where did he come from? Why does he have such a bad case of dumb mouth? Find out next time on D-Dub. I'm out, guys. Thanks everybody for watching, checking out the stream, subscribing, hitting that like button, have a seat for Hans, hit the thumbs up. D-Dub, follow me on Twitter or the Facebook page. Facebook sucks, but it's all down below, so check it out. If anybody's watching this in the future, thank you as well. I hope you enjoyed this. You might be seeing this clipped somewhere because I might make a story out of this whole stalking villagers, but that was actually pretty fun, and I think I have more ideas for that coming forward, so I'm going to go and think on that and go and eat some chicken and some macaroni and cheese, but not like the Kraft mac and cheese. It's like this Cracker Barrel kind, and the cheese is like real. It's like Velveeta, but it's not.